5 on your side at 10 starts now.
Our top story, the sudden shutdown of a popular massage therapy school is sending shockwaves across Kirkwood. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. Late this afternoon, the owner of the Healing Arts Center announced on social media they're closing after more than 3 decades. New tonight, students just weeks away from completing the one-year program. Till 5 on your side's Robert Townsend, their lives are now in limbo.
For more than 30 years, the Healing Arts Center has been a popular massage therapy school here in Kirkwood, but at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, the school closed its doors for good. For many students, it was a big shock.
I don't really have much faith in how things are handled here.
I am flabbergasted, angry, frustrated.
Why?
Because there was no warning.
Jody Thurman and Mallory Jansen say they enjoyed being students at the Healing Arts Center. Both were excited about graduating from the massage therapy school in 4 weeks. But now they're fuming and looking for answers. It's after Tom Tesoro, the owner of Healing Arts Center, announced they're now closed. In a post on Facebook and on the school's website, Tesoro said, quote, "It's with extreme sadness that we announced the closure." Students say many of them didn't find out about the sudden shutdown until Friday afternoon when they saw the social media posts. Thurman and Jansen say the massage therapy school's closure affects dozens of public clients, including veterans and cancer patients, and about a dozen instructors, plus at least 100 students who invested in the $15,000 program.
Why it happened and why they couldn't call a meeting or in some way give us any kind of time to prepare for the change.
Hopefully, we just kind of have to see how this plays out, and if we can find another school that will accept our credits and we can still graduate.
In his statement, the Healing Arts Center's owner also said, "We are working closely with the appropriate agencies to ensure students' records are preserved. Information regarding transcripts and other important documents will be provided as soon as it becomes available." We will keep following the school's closure. You can track the very latest on KSDK.com. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Tonight we're hearing from the widow of conservative activist Charlie Kirk for the first time since his death. Erica Kirk addressed mourners, promising to continue her husband's work.
Everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it.
Kirk's message comes just hours after police announced an arrest in the case. Officials believe 22-year-old Tyler Robinson was the lone gunman who shot and killed Kirk. Robinson is facing multiple charges, including aggravated murder. He's being held without bond tonight. A man is accused of stealing an ambulance is facing felony charges. Police say Montez Williams was riding in an ambulance as a patient yesterday morning before he took off in it. This happened just after the ambulance arrived at Gateway Regional Medical Center in Granite City. A police pursuit involving Williams ended with a crash in South Roxana on Route 111. Prosecutors are charging Williams with 4 felonies. He's behind bars until his next court appearance. Tonight, the strike continues for thousands of Boeing machinists. This morning, 50% of those workers voted to reject the company's latest contract offer. Union leaders say members rejected the deal because it lacked a competitive signing bonus and didn't raise 401k benefits. Boeing calls the contract its strongest yet, with an average 45% wage growth over 5 years. The company says the framework of the deal won't change, but adjustments are being made based on feedback. However, no further contract talks are scheduled as of now.
My role is to try to build consensus and compromise. Sometimes that's not possible, and I think on these bills it just wasn't possible.
A new congressional map is heading to Governor Mike Kehoe's desk. Today, the Senate approved a redistricting plan set to increase the state's current Republican majority by 1 seat. Democrats continue to speak out against the new move.
I do not believe that our country is stronger when our states become bluer and redder. When we pull into our hyper-partisan corners, I think that's bad for America.
Right now, Democrats are organizing a referendum drive to throw out the map. Meanwhile, a group of Missouri voters are suing over the new map, calling it a violation of the Missouri Constitution. However, Governor Kehoe says he will sign the map into law. soon. Could the National Guard be headed to St. Louis? It is a question that is surfacing after new comments from President Trump. Today, the president said the CEO of Union Pacific Railroad asked him to send National Guard troops here. We reached out to the mayor's office, who says they aren't aware of any plans. And we also reached out to a Union Pacific spokesperson who says the CEO met with the president in the Oval Office. They talked about railroad issues, including, quote, the safety and security of all Americans, but didn't specify whether they discussed St. Louis. Well, this weekend, music and the arts are taking over St. Louis for the 5th annual Music at the Intersection Festival. This year's headliners include Common with Pete Rock, Leon Thomas, Branford Marsalis, and Patti LaBelle. 5 News 5's Brent Solomon is live in Midtown with a look at the event that is so much more than the music, Brent.
Kelly, I like the way you said that, Patti LaBelle. I tell you what, today kicks off the first of the 3-day music festival right here in the center of the Grand Center Arts District. I've been speaking with organizers and artists who are excited to showcase the city.
We believe that artists are the soul of the city.
It's why St. Louis is now bearing its soul in the form of music.
Keeps getting bigger and bigger every year.
Friday kicked off the 5th year of Music at the Intersection, featuring big name acts hitting the stage all weekend. De La Soul, Leon Thomas, Lucky Day, the SOS Band, Patti LaBelle, just to name a few.
If you just want to come down, check out the vibes, and just see what's going on, you can walk up and down Washington Avenue. We've got carnival rides this year, which are brand new. You can shop the vendors, you can go to the food trucks, you can go down to Strauss Park and see activations that are happening down there for free.
Those activations shining the spotlight on local artists too, like Brothers Lazaroff, who will perform Sunday.
You know, roots music, roots rock, Americana, funk, soul, jazz.
And jazz-infused Americana.
They'll even hold an artist lounge to showcase other musicians right outside of Urban Chestnut.
There's gonna be spontaneous jams. We're hoping that maybe some of the national acts that are coming through, if they want to like play a little bit, that our stage might have some of that happen.
The Kranzberg Arts Foundation puts this on to continue building up the city so local art can thrive.
It's like air and water, like art and music and culture isn't something you can live without.
Now, organizers say this event helps build the economy by offering jobs in the art space and attracting new artists to St. Louis. Tomorrow, Shakespeare in the Park will bring their act to the big event here. You've also got some performers performing, Common and Pete Rock, the SOS Band, all performing tomorrow night. And I tell you what, Kelly, weekend passes and single day passes are still available, so lots of fun.
Yeah, it is good to know. And you know, we always attract these big artists, but it's also good to know and see those local artists who are also being, the spotlight is shining on them as well.
That's right, and you heard the guy earlier. He said maybe Patti LaBelle might stop by my tent. Who knows? So
wouldn't that
we'll
be
see
great?
how it goes. Yeah.
All right, Brent. Thanks. Still ahead, helping families return to homes condemned by the spring tornado. Meet the group of Helping Hands next.
And last week's taste of fall is over, and yeah, I don't like it either, but what we need is the chance for maybe a cold front with some showers associated with it. I've got that in your forecast coming up.
It's been almost 4 months since the May 16th tornado, and some neighborhoods are still feeling the effects. Tonight, we are spotlighting one organization that is stepping in to make change. The group is called Any Means Necessary. For months, they've been fixing homes impacted by the tornado. And today, the crew finished work on its 17th home.
We doing the labor and just trying to get as many people back in their homes as possible. We just gonna keep going until we can't operate outside anymore.
All the work done on these properties is completely free to the homeowners. If you want to help support the organization's mission, you can find a link to donate by clicking this story on the homepage of KSDK.com. Well, meteorologist Lance Walker is here with the weather impact forecast. We are still dealing with two things: heat and the lack of rain.
Yeah, unfortunately, but we're going to see an end to that. We've got some rain back in the forecast. Well, the heat's still there, but we got a cold front. It might take us down a few notches. Let's go ahead and jump over. You can see right now things are nice and quiet across the region. This is tomorrow's forecast. So tonight we drop into the upper 60s to lower 70s across the area, but hot. That's the forecast right there for tomorrow. Partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will reach in the mid to upper 90s across the area. Heat index values closer to 100 degrees. This is just in from the National Weather Service. A new air quality alert just went into effect for us beginning tomorrow at 10 a.m. It'll last through 8 p.m. That means ozone layer or ozone particulate at the surface will be high enough that folks who are sensitive to that want to reduce the time outdoors. It'll be in effect tomorrow from 10 a.m. through 8 p.m. So you can see from Franklin County through downtown, St. Clair County, Madison County, really just all around the metro over the next day or so. That was an ugly map. This is much better. Check this out. This nice Weather Watchers picture here, looking good. Nice sunset. We've got the best sunsets across the area. I've noticed that here today. A lot of folks sent in sunset pictures, and a lot of them are really good. This map, much less beautiful. And here we go. This is our drought index. You can see a lot of locations in a moderate drought. Pretty much everybody at least have normally dry conditions. Even a severe drought showing up on the board there. I'm trying to rush this to where we get some rain back into the area. High pressure dominates our forecast the next few days. And then as we get to Thursday, that's when we expect to see a cold front that will arrive with some scattered showers and storms. So of course, some much needed rainfall. Hopefully it'll also bring some relief to the heat as well. We expect that to happen. In fact, we'll be in the 90s, the upper 90s the next couple of days. We'll back off that mark heading into next week. Then low 90s by Thursday. As we get to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the following weekend, no 90s, which is what we want to get rid of there. So we're happy about that. Temperatures fall back into the 80s. That's where we want to get to.
Yes, we do. All right. Thanks, Lance. Thanks so much for joining us. Now here's Corey Miller and Annie Kroll with 5 on your sideline.